I mentioned that you have cross-platform capabilities here, so you do not need the same platform on your source and target host. And when we say platform, by the way, we're talking about kind of operating system families, Windows versus Linux. Different varieties of Linux are generally not an issue. You can go from Red Hat to Oracle Linux, for example, or vice versa. That's kind of a no-op there. But even with Windows and Linux, we do have the ability to move heterogeneous platforms as long as they're the same endianness. Both Windows and Linux are little endian platforms. So we've had customers who have moved sizable databases doing an RMAN duplicate for standby from Windows to Linux for, say, 70 terabytes, for example. So the Linux, the little endian or same endian migration using RMAN is detailed in this Moss note that you see here, and it will talk about the differences and capabilities depending on your source database version, whether it's 10.2, 11.2, 12.2. Of course, the capabilities improve as your source version advances. If we look in the instance characteristics, you can see what the platforms have in terms of endian characteristics. In this case, we have a list of the little endian platforms. That includes things like Solaris x86, a little used and now kind of sunsetted platform. So Solaris x86 users may be migrating to Linux. DataGuard's a great way to do that. Windows Server is also little endian, as is Linux x86. So basically, any x86 platform and then a few of the legacy platforms from Hewlett-Packard, from DEC, and so on were little endian.